Are you looking for the best gaming CPUs? In this video we will look at some of the best gaming CPUs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D. The AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D is a modern marvel of high-end gaming. It combines AMD's excellent Zen 4 architecture on the leanest 5nm process node with an impressive 3D V-cache, which made AMD's 5800X3D such a darling last generation. That combination delivers incredible performance and amazing efficiency in a single package, allowing this 8-core processor to punch well above its weight in games, rivaling the 20-core Intel 14900K and AMD 7950X3D. That, despite costing around half the price, and using a fraction of the power. Since it's part of AMD's new AM5 platform, too, it will be upgradable for at least a couple more generations. Outside of gaming, the 7800X3D does suffer a little from its reduced clock speed, making it less capable for productivity tasks than the comparable 7700X, and it falls well behind chips with more cores when it comes to heavy multi-threaded workloads. But for raw gaming, the 7800X3D is the best CPU in the world. It's blazingly fast and impressively efficient, letting you cool it with a modest design while still enjoying the highest of frame rates. What the writers say, veteran Forbes vetted contributor, John Martindale says, this processor is a unicorn. Not only is it half the price of the competition, while delivering the same great gaming performance, but it often beats them, with just 8 cores. It's not a productivity powerhouse, but for straight gaming, there isn't a CPU as fast as this one. At number 2. Intel Core i9-14900K. The Intel Core i9-14900K breaks the mold for what a high-end gaming CPU should be. It has just 8 high-performance cores, but it combines them with 16 efficiency cores, making this a 24-core, 32-thread CPU that can hit over 5 GHz on all of its big performance cores at once, and reaches 6 GHz on just a couple when pushed to its limits. That comes at a big financial and power cost, so you'll need a big wattage power supply and capable cooling to keep this beast of a CPU in check. But if you can splurge on this CPU, it's as fast as a gaming processor can be. In terms of raw performance, it rivals the 7800X3D, but there are some games where it just takes the top spot by a nose hair. It's very close and either will give you a stellar gaming experience. The additional cores and threads of this processor make it better for multitasking, though, and if you stream and game at the same time, it can handle it with ease. There's no upgrade path for this chip, though it's the fastest LGA 1700 CPU Intel has made to date, and Intel has no plans to release any new models. For 15th gen and onwards, you'll need a new motherboard. At number 3. AMD Ryzen 5 7600. The AMD Ryzen 5 7600 is a great new generation processor with heaps of performance potential. It has 6 cores and 12 threads, making it better than almost any CPU from recent generations at heavy multitasking. With its 5.1 GHz boost clock, when you're in game, it really flies. Despite only having a TDP of 65W, it works as a great CPU for not only casual gaming, but also in small form factor systems where limiting the heat output of your components really matters. It's limited to DDR5 support, so there's no option to use cheaper DDR4, but that does get you up to the latest generation of memory right away. Since this is built on AMD's AM5 socket, too, it will receive support and upgrade options through at least a couple more generations, giving you plenty of scope for improving it in the future. It's overclockable right out of the box, though, so you can eke out a little extra power yourself with some time and persistence. At number 4. AMD Ryzen 7 5800X3D. AMD has moved on to new CPUs on a new socket, but the last generation king is still worth considering, especially with its blend of excellent performance and impressive efficiency. The Ryzen 7 5800X3D has 8 Zen 3 cores and a relatively modest 4.5 GHz clock speed, but it makes up for that with a massive 70 MB of additional L3 cache. That allows it to offer gaming performance that's competitive with all but the most powerful of latest generation CPUs. That makes it the perfect upgrade for anyone on an existing AM4 platform, especially if your motherboard can support it with a quick firmware update. It's a great option for anyone who wants lots of gaming power but at a reduced thermal and power footprint. The 5800X3D is a great buy for anyone wanting to bring their PC up to modern performance standards without having to replace the motherboard, memory, and more. It is a completely dead-end platform, though, and once you have upgraded to this CPU, there's nowhere else to go. Ryzen 7000 or anything newer in the future will require a full system overhaul. What the writers say, veteran Forbes vetted contributor John Martindale says, the 5800X3D was the CPU that broke the mold for gaming processors. It's crazy fast considering its age, and it runs at a much lower TDP than many modern alternatives. Its pricing just keeps getting better, too. At number 5. Intel Core i3-12100F. The Intel Core i3-12100F is far from a cutting-edge processor, but despite being a low-end option from a couple of generations ago, it's still a great modern gaming processor. Its 4 cores and 8 threads with a boost clock speed of 4.3 GHz give it all the power it needs for high frame rate esports gaming, and even some AAA games if you pair it with a modern graphics card. You'll want to stick to 1080p unless you have a really powerful GPU, but this CPU is amazingly capable for the money. For less than $100, it's one of the most affordable gaming processors out there, especially with this kind of performance. It isn't an unlocked processor, so you can't expect to overclock it for added power, but it's still a strong CPU right out of the box and you can always tweak the memory. That's DDR5 or DDR4, as well, helping to keep costs down, and you can use older 600 series motherboards without issue. There's also an incredible upgrade path to any 12th, 13th, or 14th generation CPUs, when you're ready. There's no onboard graphics with this CPU, though, so make sure you do have a graphics card to get it up and running.